Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the White Horse Pike in Summerdale. You're watching Sterling High School Channel 19, winner of the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast. Serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
Hello everybody, welcome to Sterling Channel 19. We are here for some 2023 boys basketball between the Sterling Knights at 7-1, taking on the Eastern Vikings at 5-2. Should be a good matchup today at the Castle. We'll look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Sterling sitting at the top at 7-1 after their win against Haddonfield, who is now 6-2. Haddon Heights at 5-3. Paulsboro at 4-3. West Deptford at 2-6. And Haddon Township at the very bottom at 1-8. We'll look at the Olympic American standings. Lenape at the top, 8-1. The Vikings, Eastern Vikings at 5-2. And Rococas Valley at 5-3. Cherokee 4-3. And then Cherry Hill East at 6-3. Look at the team comparisons here. Sterling sitting at 7-1, first in the Colonial Liberty. Offense averaging 58 points per game, defense allowing 47 points per game. Their top scorers, C.J. Mondell at 17 points per game, then Jadis McFadden with 13, Julian Johnson with 9, and Travis Schmidt with 8. And then for Eastern, they're sitting at 5-2, second in the Olympic American Conference. Offense averaging 54 points per game, defense allowing 52 points per game. Their top scorers, Damian Edwards at 15 points per game, Max Portnoy with 14, and then Caden Harper-Myricks at 5 points, and Chase Huggard at 5 as well. And let's let the Sterling Knights introduce themselves.
C.J. Mundell, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Jadis McFadden, senior, point guard, Stratford.
Walter Garrison, junior, power forward, Woodbury.
Ramir Long, freshman, point guard, Laurel Springs.
Julian Johnson, sophomore, shooting guard, Summerdale.
Jake Spiritoso, junior, center, Magnolia.
Travis Schmid, sophomore, power forward, Laurel Springs.
Mark Lockett, senior, shooting guard, Stratford.
Amari Key, sophomore, guard, Summerdale.
Marquise Holloway, junior, center, Magnolia.
Zion Arnett, sophomore, small forward, Summerdale.
Brandon Allison, junior, guard, Laurel Springs.
So look at the series notes since 2007. Sterling sitting at 277 and 197. That's their overall record. Eastern at 276 and 185. In non-league, it's Sterling at 130 and 94. Eastern at 181 and 94. For home and away, Sterling at 118 and 70. And for Eastern, 96, 80, and 81. Eastern leads the series 3-1. Sterling last won in 2021. Last two meetings, the team split. We'll take a look at the last year matchups on December 23rd of 2021. Eastern won 66-57. Their top scorers were Payne and Bryce, both with 20, and Edwards with 13. Sterling, they had Mundell with 18, McFadden with 14, and Ermel, who graduated last year, with 12. And in February of 2021, Sterling won 62-58. Sterling with Antoine Arnett with 22, Jimmy Zingaro with 15, and Irma with 11, all former Sterling Knights. And for Eastern, they had Canty with 23, Zubair Lee with 14, and Zaid Lee with 10. Look at these Sterling starters today: C.J. Mundell and Jadis McFadden, the seniors, Bramir Long, the freshman, and Travis Schmidt and Julian Johnson, the sophomores for the Knights today. And for Eastern, they have 3 juniors in their starting 5. Damian Edwards, number 2, number 23, Max Portnoy, number 3, Sam Winsett. And they have a freshman as well, Michael Brennan, number 12, and then number 13, the senior, Evan Zanatic. And keys to the game for Sterling: beat the press, defend, and be consistent. And so far, Sterling this year has done just that. They took down a very good Haddonfield team earlier in the week, and they have just looked really strong, and they're looking to continue their winning ways against Eastern today. As you look at these Sterling Knight introductions. Glad you're with us today on this beautiful Saturday morning. And we are just about ready to get things going here at the Castle. Kevin Schulz will be joining me shortly, but for right now, it's just me, Brian McLernan. Again, both teams ready to get underway. Sterling at 7-1. They're undefeated at home this year. And for Eastern on the road, they are 1-1. You see the crowd today. Both Sterling and Eastern fans coming out to support. Again, glad you're with us here on Channel 19. Still waiting for Eastern to break their huddle. And here are the coaches. On your right, you see Behringer, Coach Behringer, and then on the left you see Kevin Crawford. Kevin Crawford, actually a former teacher and assistant basketball coach here at Sterling before he moved to Eastern. So a little welcome back for him. We are about ready to get things going here at the Castle. Sterling wins the tip-off. They'll start with it. Here's Bramir Long. Bramir Long's got it. Finds McFadden. McFadden back out to Long. Long driving toward the basket. His shot no good, but a foul. That's going to be on Sterling. We'll take another look at it. That's going to be on Bramir Long. Team's first. So nice defense there by Michael Brennan, who took the charge. Here's Eastern with it. There's Portnoy. Finds Brennan. Brennan out there to wins it. Gives it to Edwards. Back to Brennan. Finds Edwards. Back to Brennan. Then out to wins it. Finds Portnoy. Portnoy against Schmidt. And that layup there, no good. Rebounded and loses it. That's taken away by Mundell. Here's Mundell driving, and that's going to be a foul on Mundell. And the Easter bench really happy about that. It's the same guy on defense as before, Michael Brennan, the freshman. C.J. Mundell, his first, team second. He's taken a couple falls to start this first quarter. Still scoreless, a little over a minute through. And there is Michael Brennan, his layup blocked. Eastern ball. It'll remain Eastern ball as we'll take a look at it. Nice heads-up defensive play there by C.J. Mundell. Here's Brennan with it. Gets it out to Portnoy. Portnoy from 3, no good. Rebounded there by Johnson. Out there to McFadden. Gets it to Mundell. Mundell from 3, no good. Rebounded there by Schmidt. Loses it, and that gets it out to McFadden. Here's Mundell with it. Finds Schmidt. Nice find, and that shot is blocked. Blocked by Evan Zanatic. Here's Portnoy. Gets it out to Edwards. Edwards from 3 off the mark. And that is just going to go right out of bounds. It'll be Sterling ball. Johnson will inbound to Long. Long out there to Johnson. Johnson was not expecting that, as Zanatic got right in his face. But it will remain Sterling ball as it goes out of play. It'll be Mundell to inbound it. Gets it to Long. Out to McFadden. Back out there to Long. Long taking it up the court. Finds Johnson. Johnson couldn't handle it right. That goes back to Long, then Mundell. Mundell finds McFadden. McFadden from 3 off the mark. Rebounded there by Long. Long with it, and he puts it through. The first points of the day for the Knights belong to Premier Long. So here's Edwards with it. Edwards, and that's stolen there by Premier Long. Premier Long puts it through, and it's 4-0 Sterling. Nice defensive play, way to turn that into offense by Premier Long. And that shot is kicked by Julian Johnson. Take a look at the basket replay. It was Premier Long to drive toward the basket and put that layup through for the Knights. Here's Portnoy. Working against Mundell. Trying to draw up the play. Driving. And that layup is good. Nice job by Portnoy. And that will cut Sterling's lead in half. So here's Premier Long. Trying to draw up a play of his own for the Knights. And still with it. Nice find to McFadden, and it's going to be a foul. Take a look at the basket before. It's a nice job there by Portnoy, working around a couple of defenders. Able to put that layup through. So it'll be Jadis McFadden from the line. And his first shot is good. McFadden, 63% free throw shooter. Averaging 13 points per game as a senior here for the Knights. His second shot from the line is good. He drills them both. So that'll make it 6-2 Sterling. Here's Portnoy. Gets that one out to wins it. Here's Winsett working against McFadden. Gets it out to Edwards. Edwards trying to stay with it, and his jumper is good. So here's Premier Long. Four minutes left to go in this first quarter. Gets it out to Schmidt. Back to Long. Here's Long. To Mundell. Mundell pump fake, then trying to get it to Johnson again, but that pass is tipped. And it goes out of play. It'll be Sterling ball. We'll take a look at the replay of the last basket. Nice jumper there from Damian Edwards. Gets his first points of the day. It'll be McFadden who gets it to Schmidt. Back to McFadden. Out to Premier Long. Here's Long with it. Long gets it out to McFadden. McFadden from 3 off the mark. And McFadden tried to inbound it. A nice play as we'll take a look at it. It was McFadden trying to go for it, but it was Winsett trying to save it. It goes off of McFadden and goes out of play, so it's Eastern ball. Portnoy gets it to Edwards. Edwards trying to make a move. His two-point shot is good. Nice step back from Damian Edwards, and it ties this game up at 6. Here's Mundell. Finds Premier Long. Premier Long driving, finds Johnson. Johnson from 3, no good. And rebounded there by Edwards. Gets it out to Portnoy. It's going to be a foul there.
Starting foul by Jadis McFadden, his first.
It'll be on Jadis McFadden. Take a look at the last basket. A nice step back there from Damian Edwards, the junior.
Marquise Holloway in the game for Sterling.
So here is Portnoy. Portnoy, that shot, that pass blocked by Mundell. Portnoy trying to stay with it. He eventually gets it to Edwards. And that shot no good by Brennan. And there's Schmidt, who finds McFadden. McFadden gets it through. Nice sequence there for Sterling. And they take an 8-6 lead. So here's Eastern down by 2. Brennan kind of loses it, but it's going to be a foul. Looks like it's on Premier Long.
Sterling foul number 4, Premier Long. That's his second. His team's 4th. 2 Mark Lockett in the game for Sterling. Checking in the game for Eastern, number 10.
So we'll take a look at this last basket here in your living room, ladies and gentlemen. Sheba put it right through. Nice find there to Chase Huggard. Out there to Edwards. And then finds Portnoy. Portnoy still with it, driving toward the basket, and that's going to be a foul. And Sterling just keeps accumulating fouls in this first quarter.
Foul number 24, C.J. Mundell. That's his second.
Second foul for C.J. Mundell. And they'll bring Max Portnoy to the line.
Max Portnoy to the line for
Eastern, averaging about 14 points per game. His first shot from the line is good.
Checking the game for Sterling, number 3, Julian Johnson.
And the second shot is good.
Timeout, Sterling.
So Portnoy drills both first timeout of this game. This one taken by Sterling.
30-second timeout, Sterling.
And you can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. You can find out whenever we go live, some sports highlights and much more. Again, you can find that when you follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. You see Coach Behringer in the huddle with the Knights. This game tied at 8 in this first quarter. You see the home crowd there coming out on this beautiful Saturday morning. A little bit chilly, but still very nice out. So I'm Brian McLarlin, lonely at the table today. Unfortunately, no Schulz yet, but he'll be joining me soon. But I'm glad you're with us, and I hope you can enjoy yourself this weekend. What would make this weekend even better is not only a Knights win, but an Eagles win. That would make me very happy. So it'll be Julian Johnson inbound for the Knights. Less than 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Here is McFadden. McFadden, that pass tipped and goes into the hands of Edwards. Edwards taking it up the court, able to find Portnoy, and his shot is good. And the Eastern Vikings take a 10-8 lead. McFadden gets it out to Marquise Holloway. Then out to Johnson. Johnson driving. His jumper no good, but a foul. Take a look at the last basket. That gave Eastern the lead. There's Edwards. Nice find to Portnoy. As his layup goes through, and it's Julian Johnson at the line.
Julian Johnson at the line for Sterling.
For the Knights, averaging 9 points per game, 45% free throw shooting. Looks like I have a special guest joining me. It's athletic trainer Sean Clack. How you doing, Sean?
Very good. How you doing, buddy? I don't know how special it is, but I'm here.
Hey, it's better than being lonely at the table, that's for sure. JB Johnson to inbound, gets it out to McFadden, back to Johnson. Gets it out to McFadden. Back to Johnson. Here's McFadden with it. Gets it out to Schmidt. Schmidt driving. His jumper is good. Ties this game up at 10.
Nice job by Travis there, staying under control.
So here is Portnoy. Gets it out there to Edwards. Edwards finds Huggard. Eastern trying to draw up a play. Huggard working against Holloway. Out to Portnoy. Loses it for a moment. McFadden takes a charge. That shot no good. Rebounded there by Lockett. And here's McFadden with it. Nice find there to Schmidt. Schmidt driving, stays with it, and puts it through.
Nice try by Travis. Shades of what he did in the fourth quarter the other night against Haddonfield. Coming down with the finish. Both teams being aggressive going to the basket play.
Edwards with it. And a nice find to Max Portnoy, who puts it through, having one heck of a first quarter. And McFadden to end this first quarter, no good. So we go to the second quarter, all tied here at 12. Second quarter action coming up right after this.
Can I go to the bathroom?
So welcome back to Sterling High School. We are tied at 12 to begin this second quarter. Sterling Knights and Eastern Vikings. See a little flyover there over Sterling.
Nice drone view here of Sterling High School. So coming out the last couple years, this has been a yearly contest on a Saturday between Eastern and Sterling. Last year against Eastern, Kylie O'Donnell made history as being the first female coach of a male sport.
Oh, wow.
During Eastern. Here's a shot of Kevin Crawford. Kevin from a long line of a coaching lineage. His father is the longtime coach at Camden Catholic. And also won a game against Haddonfield the other night. One of Kevin's assistants is Nick DePersia. Him and his twin brother Rob were very excellent players at Haddonfield. Rob now coaching at Villanova as an assistant.
Oh, nice. So that shot was no good by Edwards. Here's McFadden with it for Sterling. By two defenders, it will just go out of play as he just...
Yeah, Sterling coming out of transition there, and they kind of ran away from Jadis, and Jadis is all by him lonesome there. So
So here is Johnson with it. It's out there to McFadden. McFadden driving. McFadden's shot no good. Rebounded by Holloway, and he able to put it through for his first points of the game.
Nice job by Marquise Holloway. Paying attention and staying with the ball. A lot of times when people crash their glass, they don't watch the ball. They actually look at the rim. A nice job of watching the ball as it went through.
Yeah, nice job, too. For his teammate. Here's Damian Edwards. He puts that one through, ties this game back up at 14.
Yeah. Nice job by Edwards.
That's going to be a timeout called by Sterling. Take a look at the last basket here.
Timeout, Sterling.
Coming down, Jade is a little bit out of control. Marquise coming in and cleaning up the mess, per se.
You can follow Sterling Channel 19 on our Facebook page. Find out whenever we go live, whenever we post, and also some post-game and Tech Crew highlights. Again, you can find that and plenty more when you follow us on Facebook at Sterling TV 19. See some of the super fans out here today. So Sterling in a timeout right now as Mr. Schulz has arrived. He's now on the broadcast. How you doing, Schulz?
Yeah, I guess I'm next man up here.
Right?
I guess so, yeah, you're right.
Good job by Mr. Clank filling in there. He'll stay on here. Just walked in, looks like a pretty good game.
Yeah, it's been pretty back and forth so far.
Mr. Schulz is sitting at home, heard me on the broadcast, and said we need our A team. Came running to the rescue.
I had a previous morning thing I had to do. I told Mr. Cat. I wasn't sure if I'd get here. But that's great ball movement right there. And getting the ball up the floor in a hurry through good quick ball movement. Great job of everybody seeing the floor.
Nice job by Jadis pushing the ball and getting it to Travis. Travis with his third bucket here in the second quarter.
Here's Wilson from three. Bang! Damian Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards is tough. Every time Sterling seems to get a little bit of a run, Edwards comes back and answers.
Yeah, he's had Edwards has had one heck of a first half.
Michael, on the side. John, on the side.
As that's Eastern now with a 17-16 lead. And here is Edwards. Finds Huggard. It's a Portnoy back to Huggard. Then finds Edwards. Edwards gets it out there to Chamberlain, and Chamberlain
That's a
puts it
nice
through.
inside move there by John Chamberlain, 6'5" senior.
Yeah, Marquise a little too anxious there and left his feet, and Chamberlain took advantage of it.
Nice job by Johnson to recover, but he loses it, and that goes into the arms of Chase Huggard. Out there to Portnoy. Portnoy driving, finds Chamberlain again.
Boy, that's great ball movement, moving up the floor. We've seen a lot of that from both teams. I know I have in the last minute or so.
Here's McFadden. Working against two defenders. That's going to be a foul on Damian Edwards.
Yeah, nice job of running in transition here by both teams.
Damian Edwards is first.
Both teams filling the hole and going to the basket.
From Sterling, number 4, Premier Long, 24, CJ Mundell.
And you saw Portnoy there. A little look to the right, drew the defenders his way, and dished off a nice bounce pass. Always good to see when you're in a tight space, everybody's coming at you, things are going real quick, but to still maintain your composure and see your man with get the bounce pass to your guy on the left side.
Sterling bids on a substitution. Premier Long and CJ Mundell come back.
Long two there for Johnson, and he puts it through. Johnson makes this a
younger
3-point
guy,
game.
and I just saw him the other day. I said I felt like he improved even within that game the other night. You know, made a couple mistakes down low, missed a couple baskets, but same play later in the game, and he was able to convert.
Shot no good. Rebounded there by Chamberlain, and he puts it through. Back to a 5-point game, and Mundell trying to get it to Johnson, but his pass sails.
You see a follow there, right? There's Chamberlain again. So he made his impact here in the second quarter. That's his third basket.
So here's Edwards. Gets it out there to Huggard. And that pass kind of lost by Schmidt. That pass blocked, but Edwards shot no good. Rebounded there by Zanatic. Working against Mundell, and it will go off Mundell's leg and out of bounds.
It's a good job by C.J. Mundell. You look at him, and you wouldn't expect him to play the ferocious perimeter defense that he plays, but with those long arms, keeps his legs underneath him, really wreaks havoc on anybody on the perimeter.
Yeah, he's disrupted a couple passes today. I think that's like the second or third time he's been able to deflect the pass away. Just that time it went out of bounds.
Well, Sterling switched to the zone here. They came out man-to-man, and it looked like Eastern's philosophy was actually to attack CJ, make him work on the defensive end, to take away some of his effectiveness on the offensive end.
Here's Portnoy. Gets that one out there to Huggard. And that pass intercepted there by Mundell. And Mundell working, and that shot is good. It takes down a camera. Oh, my. Let's hope Mundell and that camera is okay.
Eastern foul on 23, Max Portnoy is first. Team's fourth.
Look at that.
Wow. Who said being a cameraman isn't a physical job?
Exactly. That has not happened.
Mr. Clank almost thought he might have to go to the other job, the training job, right?
The one I get paid for, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Good to see
CJ with a nice
Mundell.
strong take to the basket there.
Good to see him get back up on his feet rather quickly, and his foul shot goes through. Seems like the camera's okay too, so I'm sure that's going to make Mr. K very happy. And it's going to be a jump ball.
All this time, we haven't had a cameraman get run into, which is amazing. Never happened. Those camera guys are just put in a perfect position. They're so far back away from the play. A lot of times you look at NBA and college games, those guys tend to be a little bit more towards the basket.
So here's Premier Long driving, and his hook shot no good, rebounded by Zanatic. Gets that one out to Huggard, and that shot from three is good. Nice job by Sam Winsett as he bangs in a three. So here's Long, working through a couple defenders, gets it out to Johnson, and trying to get it to Lockett, but just could not connect with him. Take a look at the last basket here by Sam Winsett.
Yeah, you saw that outside shot. If Sterling stays in the zone, there's going to be opportunities from the outside. And I think, you know, after you had a few drives to the basket, Sterling switched to the zone, because that's going to be able, you're going to be able to cut off the drives to the basket with the help defense.
So here is Edwards. Edwards working through a couple defenders. It's going to be a foul. It's going to go the other way.
You saw right there. That's one of the advantages on display right there. Try to drive in the basket. Everybody's able to collapse down. They're not able to finish. And with the extra bodies coming over to help defense, they're able to nullify any distribution of the ball through a bounce pass.
Yeah, because Sterling had about 4 defenders working on Edwards on that play, and that helped them out. Here's a three from Schmidt off the mark. Rebounded there by Zanatic. There's Portnoy driving. Portnoy, no good. It's going to be a foul. That'll be on C.J. Mundell.
You see Portnoy right there. Long was trying to set his feet, but Portnoy at the last second went around him and puts himself in position to draw the foul and get to the free throw line.
I think the biggest issue so far for Sterling has been the fouls, because I know, Jules, you weren't here for most of that first quarter, but throughout the majority of that first quarter, they were accumulating a decent amount of fouls to start things off, and that kind of put them in what deficit they have right now. So Portnoy puts his first free throw through. That'll be Portnoy from the line again.
Yeah, Portnoy's been impressive in the short time I've been here, not only on the drives to the basket, but also the dish-offs when you get down close and with the help defense comes his way, he's able to bounce a pass off to one of the forwards.
Here's Johnson, gets out to Lockett, that's out to Long. Fadden finds Johnson. Johnson loses it for a moment. His jumper no good, rebounded there. That's by Portnoy. Portnoy out there to wins it from three, no good. Rebounded there by Julian Johnson. Gets it out there to Long. And Long will try and draw up a play. Knights down by 7.
Good decision there by Long to just slow things up. They run their half-court set. And just a little miscommunication right there. And that's a rare unforced turnover from Bramir Long. It's very impressive how he plays, how clean his game is, considering he's a freshman. Definitely plays like somebody who's older.
Yeah, but even as a freshman, you're not always going to be perfect. So
right. Yep.
There's going to be those days.
Like I said, that was few and far between when you see something like that.
Yeah, for sure. So it's a 9-point lead for Eastern. Here's Johnson with it. That one goes off the foot. Wins it. And we go out of play. We'll take a look at the last basket there by Portnoy, who's had one heck of a first half so far. He's been very impressive.
And usually he's the one either driving the hole or distributing the ball.
Here's McFadden, gets it to Lockett. Back out to McFadden. McFadden with a nice spin move. We'll try and airmail it to Johnson, but it's intercepted there by Zanatic, and Zanatic shot no good. And a foul at the end of the play. And it will bring Michael Brennan to the line for Eastern.
That's a great hustle play by Jadis McFadden to get back, but Merrick's just stuck with it, and ultimately he's going to get himself to the free throw line.
That shot in and out.
34.
Here's Brennan's second shot. And no good, he misses both. And a nice rebound there. That shot no good. Rebounded there by Brennan, no good. And that goes into the arms of Schmidt. Gets it to McFadden. McFadden, working against 3 defenders, gets out to Lockett, then to Johnson. Johnson, long 2, puts it through. 7-point game.
And another example of how Johnson's feeling more comfortable. You saw him attempt the drive, looked like he was going to go with the drive, stopped quick, pulled up, hit the jumper. Just really starting to feel comfortable on both ends of the floor.
So here is Edwards. Edwards, step back, good. What a first half from Damian Edwards. And that is going to end this first half here at the Castle. Eastern with a 32-23 lead. As we take a look here at the last basket there by Edwards. And second half action coming up after this. Eastern with a 9-point lead.
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Girl, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, ow! Ugh. Mom, I'm running late. Don't forget to pick up the kids later. All right, I gotta go. Have a good day.
Dude, you should really take your hood down. I heard they're sending people to internal for an entire semester. Dude, that's just a rumor. I'm taking my hood down. That's stupid.
Hey, you know the rules. No hood. And where's your ID? Get to class.
How many times do I have to tell you? Get the hoodie off. That's it. I've had it with this hoodie business. Down the vice principal's office now.
I can't believe I've been working on this homework for over an hour now. I'll have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed.
What?
It's got you all excited. I have a date with this girl I met on Instagram earlier this week. This is my first time meeting her in person though.
You just met this girl yesterday, and you're already going on a date with her?
You're crazy, man. You gotta be careful.
Whatever, man. You guys just may have a date tonight.
What is up?
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
wasn't even gone for that long.
I could really use a bev right now.
Pregame, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Pregame, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom?
Hello everybody, welcome back. We are here for some second half action here at the Castle. The Eastern Vikings lead the Sterling Knights 32-23. And we'll take a look at some highlights. That is Damian Edwards, who's had a very good first half. He's pretty much just been doing it all. He's been passing the ball, he's been making some threes, he's been doing some nice step back moves. He's been pretty much everywhere for Eastern, and he's one of the main reasons why they've been so dominant in this first half.
Edwards is finishing, and Portnoy, as you see Edwards right there taking the outside shot. Portnoy's doing a good job running the offense, distributing the ball, having some nice drives to the basket. But they're distributing the ball. It's a big reason why they're up right now by 9.
Leading scorers here for both teams, Sterling with Travis Schmidt at 6, and then Julian Johnson and Jadis McFadden both with 4. And for the Vikings, it's Portnoy leading the way for the Vikings with 12, Edwards with 11, and Chamberlain with 6. So we'll take a look at a couple points here from Travis Schmidt. He's been Sterling's best player so far, driving toward the basket, making some nice layups there.
Real nice job using his body right there. Really looks comfortable playing down on the low post, especially when the help defense comes over. And that's just great ball movement. You see McFadden, I think, even saw Schmidt before he even got the ball. Before McFadden got the ball, just a quick touch and throw a perfect pass. If you look at Travis Schmidt along with Johnson, there you see Bramir Long, 3 of the younger players that are really having an impact on what Sterling's been able to do this year.
So Eastern will start with possession here in the second half. They lead it by 9. Here's Portnoy. Gets it out to Windsor. And finds Zanatic. Zanatic trying to get it to Portnoy. He does. Back to Zanatic. Then back to Portnoy. Portnoy driving, working against Long. Then finds Edwards. And he'll trying to get it to Windsor. He goes out of play.
Yeah, you see Portnoy right there. You know, I don't even think his intent was to go down low and even try to go for the basket. I think as you look at him there making a play, but on that previous shot was kind of pressing the defense back to get the kick out to Edwards. But then you see Portnoy right there get an opportunity down low, and he makes it count.
Yeah, nice jumper there by Portnoy. That's 14 points for Portnoy today. It's Premier Long. Trying to get it to Johnson. Johnson with it. Johnson's jumper is good. And Julian Johnson with 6 points in this game.
Yeah, they really backed off Long there, gave him some room, and he could either take a shot or gave him more room to distribute and see what was around him, and he was able to get it to Long. I'm sorry, to Johnson.
So it goes off the face of Long into the hands of McFadden. McFadden gets it to Schmid. Schmid puts it through. Makes this a 7-point game.
Schmid again going right to the basket off a real nice pass from McFadden and finishing.
So here's Edwards. Gets it to Windsor.
What experiences is for the younger guys, you know, even playing Haddonfield the other night and playing a bigger school in Eastern. That's really a battle-tested team with the conference they play in. These guys are only going to get better.
Yeah, Sterling's a team that really fights. I mean, they were taking on Haddonfield, who was a very tough opponent, and they really brought it home in that game. And right now, they're still fighting with Eastern, only a 7-point game here with plenty of basketball left to be played. Edwards gets it out there to Windsor. Then back to Edwards. Edwards from 3, no good. Rebounded there by Schmid. So Mundell gets it out to Long. That's back to Schmid. Then to Mundell. Couple nice moves. Mundell, Long 2 is good. And Mundell was not really a big factor in that first half offensively.
Well, that's where he can be dangerous. He starts hitting from the outside, drawing the defenders out to it, and then he can use that quick first step to drive to the hole. And we've seen what he's been able to do in that area.
Brings it out to Edwards. Eastern trying to recover. It's going to be a jump ball. And defense really stepping it up here for the Knights in this second half.
Yeah, and that was the second piece of the puzzle. You know, you want to score to get back in this game, but the other part is finding a way to stop Eastern.
And a nice job.
You see McFadden sensing he had the defender a little bit off bounds. Boy, just had a lightning quick first step, drove to the hole, and he's going to get himself a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play right here.
Jadis McFadden with a big play for the Knights. This is now a 3-point game. And he puts it through. Exactly what Sterling needed to get started in this third quarter. So here's Hubbard working against Long. That nice defensive play there by McFadden. McFadden with it, and that is an easy way to tie this game up. What a job by the Knights in this third quarter. They're still staying aggressive. It's going to be a jump ball.
And that's a great job trapping on a perimeter. Essentially, Eastern's getting a little bit sloppy right here. with the ball, dribble themselves out to the corner or out to the side. And also Eastern's getting a little sloppy with some of their passing, and Sterling's showing great anticipation. A couple of those steals have led to baskets going the other way. That's a big reason why we're seeing Sterling down by 9 at the half, now tied with Eastern.
His first.
So a foul there on Travis Schmidt. Be Edwards to inbound. Here's Portnoy. Gives it to Edwards. Edwards driving, long two, no good. Rebounded by Mundell. Mundell with a stay with it, finds McFadden. McFadden, that shot no good. Mundell with the rebound. That pass no good. Travis Schmidt from 3, no good. Mundell with the rebound. Mundell puts it through. And Sterling has the lead.
For a series of plays on the offensive end where Sterling absolutely dominating, getting those offensive boards, and then C.J. Mondell finishes to give Sterling a lead.
So Portnoy loses it. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt's layup is good. I cannot believe what I am seeing here from the Knicks. Timeout taken by Eastern. What a way to turn the tables.
Full timeout, Eastern.
Looking at Mondell ferocious with that spin move down low. And then Sterling catching Eastern defensively flat-footed. You saw Travis Schmidt get ahead of the pack and finish. And we're going to see that right here. Long just barely getting control of the ball, but sees Schmidt ahead of the pack, and he's able to finish to give Sterling a 4-point lead. Boy, Brian, what a turnaround here.
Yeah,
in the second half.
This is unbelievable. Sterling down by 9 entering this half, and they have only allowed 2 points to the Vikings in this third quarter. That's just unbelievable. And take a look at some of the cheerleaders there during this timeout by Eastern. I mean, we're in a whole new environment. It seemed dead in this gym entering the second half, and right now it's livelier than ever.
Crowd on hand, and I think it's, in my mind, I felt like Eastern seemed a little bit sluggish in their half-court set to start out the second half. Sterling took advantage of it. You didn't see the crisp ball movement that you saw in the first half. Sterling did a great job in anticipation, and how many baskets did we have off steals going the other way? And Sterling finishing, and wow, if you would have said to me Sterling's going to be up by 4 with 3:36 remaining in this third quarter, with the way Eastern played that first half, I would have said no way. But give credit to Sterling. They came out and have really done the job here in this third quarter.
Yeah, whatever Coach Behringer said to them in that locker room, trying to make some adjustments, it's really worked out so far. Sterling with a 4-point lead with 3.5 to go in this third quarter. So far, what's really helped Sterling is their defense. They've really stepped up so far. Eastern with it. That's out there to Huggard. Huggard driving toward the basket. No good. And rebounded there by Schmidt, trying to stay with it. That'll go into the arms of Zanatic. And here's Edwards with it. Edwards loses it. And a 3-point shot, no good. And goes into the arms of Julian Johnson. There's McFadden. McFadden driving.
You see right here, they're getting out of their half-court defense, getting the ball up the floor. And McFadden again drew contact, was able to get the foul.
So that goes right into the arms of Winsett. Taking it up the far side here for Eastern. Out to Portnoy. Then there is Huggard. Huggard driving, finds Winsett. Winsett for 3 off the mark. Trying to go back into the arms of Winsett. It's Bromir Long who recovers it. Gets out of a little pile there. Bromir Long driving. Bromir Long shot blocked by Portnoy.
Boy, he just pulls away from people. You thought he'd go with the bounce pass. Kind of faked that. Went up strong. That was just a great defensive play.
So he gets that one out to Julian Johnson. Back out there to Bromir Long.
Yeah, and this is where Sterling has gotten transition baskets and has gotten back in this game through transition, but Now with the 4-point lead, you want to be patient. You know, if the opportunity's there, go for it. If not, you don't want to have ill-advised turnovers. You don't want to force things as you look at coaches. Justin Barringer.
2:18 to go in this third quarter. Gets it out to Mandel. Flexes his muscles as he puts up the 2. Here's Edwards. Out there to Zanatic. Zanatic kind of loses it for a moment, regains it himself. Gets it out to Wins it, driving, shot blocked, and a foul.
You saw a brief glimpse right there, and you see right here, look, getting her hand on the ball. Getting her hand on the ball again. Little things like that are going a long way to really frustrate Eastern. And they're really out of a rhythm right now. I think that has a lot to do with Sterling. Just playing great defense, having great defensive position.
The first free throw attempt, no good there by Winsett.
Checking the game for Sterling. One inside on our net. Julian Johnson.
Zion Arnett checking in here for Johnson. Second shot here from Winsett, puts it through. Here's Long, gets it to McFadden, back out there to Long. Long will take it himself. Long zooming through defenders, finds Travis Schmidt. Schmidt driving, nice spin move, puts it through.
Well, what a great job, Travis Schmidt. Being defended, had a spin move to finish things off, but it started with Premier Long on the other end of the floor. Sensing the defender was a little bit off his feet, blew right by him and got that fast break going.
And here's Edwards from 3. And look at that. Kind of hit the little black bar at the very end. Here's the last basket there from Schmidt. So Mundell gets it to McFadden. And out there to Long, back to McFadden. McFadden finds Schmidt, nice find.
Travis Schmidt is finding some open areas to floor, and Long and McFadden are finding him.
Yeah, Schmidt's been that guy all season. That's going to be a foul on Mundell.
Sterling foul on 24, CJ
Nice
Mundell.
no-look pass there by McFadden.
I mean, that's a great look, but that's something where, as a defender away from the ball, you got to spot. You have to know where people are. Got to have your head on the swivel. Great play, but almost a defensive breakdown at the same time.
It's 4 fouls for Mundell today. Gets that one out there to Huggard. That's a Portnoy. Portnoy, nice spin move. Portnoy puts it through.
And you've seen it throughout this run a couple times. Portnoy has tried to make things happen. He's able to do it there, but they desperately needed a basket.
Mark Lockett, no good. And a foul there at the end. We'll take a look at it. Nice basket here by Portnoy. He's had one heck of a game. That's Portnoy.
But you saw right there, Portnoy, he was leading scorer at halftime along with Edwards. Got the basket, but boy, they've made him work for his baskets, and he's just trying to create his own offensive opportunity to get his team going, get them back in the offensive rhythm that they had going in that second quarter.
Here's Damian Edwards with it. Fairly quiet in the second half. Gets that one out to Huggard. Driving. Huggard shot, no good. Rebounded there by Lockett. Goes into the arms of Edwards. That pass blocked by Arnett. There's Portnoy. And finds Harper. That shot was no good. Here's Lockett with it. Gets it out to Long. It's going to be a foul.
You look at Justin Barringer prides himself on his team playing great defense. We look right here at the foul, and in my mind, this is as good a defensive quarter as I've seen them play in a long time in games we've had on Channel 19. And they are a very good defensive team, so that says a lot.
So that shot to end this third quarter, no good. And what a change of events. Sterling with a 44-37 lead over Eastern. Fourth quarter action coming up right after this.
Why is everyone looking at me? Is there something on my face? Please stop looking at me.
Your clothes are dirty. You're ugly.
You're so crusty.
You smell. You look ugly.
Everyone sees you.
That's why your shoes are raggedy.
You're alone.
I'm gonna fail you. You're never gonna get to college.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Sterling with a 44-37 lead over the Eastern Vikings as we're about ready to get things going here in this fourth quarter. Nice shot at the outside of the school.
Coach Justin Barringer, who at times is not afraid to lay into his team, but didn't have to do that after that quarter. He's got to be real happy with what they were able to do. And you're seeing the younger guys buy in. I mean, we've seen Long all year, and Travis Schmidt, Johnson, really gel with this team and do what they need to do. You're getting contributions. We have Arnett coming in off the bench here. A team that's starting to develop some depth.
So here's Johnson. Gets it out there to Long. Long takes a fall, and it's going to be a travel, and Long can't believe it. There's a lot of people who aren't happy with it.
Boy, that's a tough one to take there.
And three from Edwards, in and out. Rebounded there by Johnson, taken away, and puts that one through. That's Edwards.
Now this is where you got to keep the pedal milk, because Eastern obviously is a team that's more than capable of going on a run.
That pass intercepted there by Chase Huggard. Edwards finds Portnoy. Portnoy driving. Portnoy jumper, no good. Rebounded by himself. That one in and out. Johnson with the rebound. Gets that one out to McFadden. Then finds Long. Premier Long driving. Premier Long, no good. Rebounded there by Huggard. Here's Edwards with it for Eastern. Edwards working against Long. Gets that one to Harper. Harper, three, no good. And it'll be McFadden who will just let it go out of play.
Timeout, Sterling.
It'll be a timeout taken by Sterling. 5-point game.
30-second timeout,
here
Sterling.
for the Knights. And you can subscribe to Sterling Channel 19 on our YouTube. You can find out whenever we go live. You can catch all of our sporting events live if you are not trying to watch it on cable. Highlights, commercials, and many more when you subscribe to us on YouTube.
Got a great crowd on hand here for a Saturday morning / now into the afternoon game. And I think one of the messages I'm sure Coach Barringer has for his team is, hey, let's play aggressive defense. If we get those fast break opportunities, let's take advantage of them. But at the same time, we get down the floor and it's not there. Let's not force things. And I think we saw that a little bit in the beginning of this quarter. And we talked about how Eastern is a team that if you make those types of mistakes, they're going to take advantage of you.
I mean, yes, Eastern is very familiar with this type of thing. I mean, Eastern, a team that is...
There you see Coach Kevin Crawford for the Eastern Vikings.
Here's McFadden, gets that taken away. there by Huggard. Then gets it to Brennan, who puts it through.
Michael Brennan.
And just like that, it's a 3-point game. There's Johnson, gets it to Schmidt. And back to Long. Now to McFadden. Long again. Long working against 2 defenders, gets it out to McFadden.
Eastern foul, number 14, Chase Huggard. His second, team's third.
So here's McFadden out there to Long. And Long takes a foul.
You see them going with that trap in the corner of Long, and Long handles himself away from it, is able to draw the foul. He's not your normal freshman. You know, a lot of times you could rattle younger guys like that, but you don't see that happen in a Long.
Yeah, Sterling with just 1 senior out there on the floor. That's McFadden. Everyone else, one of those, some of the depth guys. And then 3, that's no good by Arnett. Out there to McFadden. McFadden still with it. McFadden driving, and that shot is good. Nice sequence there by Jadis McFadden.
We'll talk about how the Eastern guys, the scorers, are trying to make something happen. You saw Jadis McFadden right there knowing offensively he had to make something happen for Sterling. He was able to do it. What a play.
So here is Edwards with it. Working against McFadden. Edwards drives, loses it for a moment, but it's going to be a foul.
Boy. See right here, just slicing through 2 defenders. I always say it, I'm always impressed when players, when they're driving to the basket, are able to go lateral in that last step to the basket to avoid contact. And McFadden was able to do it. What a play.
Damian Edwards at the line for Eastern. Shooting 2.
So it'll be Damian Edwards to shoot from the line. Just a little over 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. And Edwards puts his first shot through. Mundell will check back into the game.
Mundell coming back in the game, obviously taken out with the 4 fouls.
Here's Edwards. His second shot is good. 3-point game. Here's Premier Long. Gets it out to McFadden. McFadden flips it to Schmidt. Long pass out there to Long. Long driving, finds Johnson. Johnson jumped it there. Back to a 5-point lead for Sterling.
Johnson and Schmidt find themselves open, but boy, what a job to get that going by Premier Long. Just blew away from the defender.
3-point shot from Huggard, overshot it. Goes into the arms of Johnson. Now Johnson gets it to McFadden. McFadden drives, and a foul. Take a look at the last basket.
Just blow by Portnoy, sensing the defenders. They're not covering Johnson, getting the bounce pass to him, and he finishes.
So it'll be Jadis McFadden to shoot from the line. First shot is good.
Back in the game for Eastern, number 3, Sam Winsett. Enter the game for Sterling, number 1, Zion Arnett. CJ Mundell.
That's an outstanding job by McFadden when he's driving the basket, making sure he's initiating contact to draw the foul. And you know, taking on a bigger role this year with Jimmy Zingara not here, more on the ball, and boy, he's really coming through for Sterling tonight, today, and the other night.
So here is Eastern with it, down by 7. 3 from Winsett, off the mark. A rebound there from Zanetich, and it is good. Long gets it out to McFadden. McFadden, long pass to Schmidt. Nice find. Schmidt puts it through. And Schmidt has been that
finding
guy.
Schmidt, but Eastern is, at that point, you're back. You're going to have your head on a swivel. They're getting caught looking at the ball, not covering the man. And Sterling's finding the open man, whether it's Johnson or Schmidt. And they're doing a great job finishing.
Here's Edwards. Edwards from 3 off the mark. A nice rebound and a nice layup there for Zanetich. It's timeout taken by Eastern. It's now 52-47 with 3:23 left in this fourth quarter.
And that's a great job by Zanetich getting position. This is where a senior like that is coming in and first getting the basket on the previous play, their previous trip down the court, and then right there getting great position and putting the rebound back up to draw Eastern within 5.
So Sterling here with a 5-point lead.
You saw Coach Kevin Crawford. You see some fans here. Coach Kevin Crawford, I know, I think we saw him in a picture before, but Nick DePergia, there we see him back there, is an assistant for, there's Nick DePergia right there. Kevin Crawford off to the far right. Nick DePergia, an outstanding guard for Haddonfield, a 1,000-point score there, and moved on to Rowan, had an outstanding career there.
So Long gets it to McFadden. It's going to be a travel on McFadden. And it will go the other way.
Nick and Rob DePergia were both guards. They're twins here. And talk about guys who came out and played right away as freshmen and didn't look like freshmen, didn't play like freshmen. That was those two. A lot like Premier Long for Sterling.
Wide open 3 for Brennan. No good. And a rebound by Mundell. There's a foul. And a Sterling player slow to get up. I believe that's Premier Long.
Not quite sure what happened. Let's see, we'll get a look right here. Long looked like he might have landed a little bit wrong there on that left foot. I'm not sure. He's grabbing the leg a little high. Might have got a knee up there.
Take another look at it right here.
Yeah, it looked like, oh, wow. Looked like the knee of Portnoy might have went down and forced a twisting motion there on Long. Definitely in some pain.
See athletic trainer Sean Clank working on that right leg.
Obviously, we hope he's okay, and because a guy like Long, we saw the other night with the lead, you rely on Long, McFadden, and C.J. Mundell to handle the ball out front, and that's a big loss for Sterling if he's not able to come back in this game. And obviously, hopefully, he's okay moving forward and getting up on his own. That's a good indication, seeing him walk off there.
So Sean Clank will work with him on the sideline.
Boy, what a job those three, when you talk about McFadden, Mundell, and Long did the other night against the Haddonfield team, that so many times you've seen them turn games around at the end, come back from 8-minute leads.
So that goes right into the arms.
There's where you miss him. It's your best ball handler, and boy, Eastern's going to really try and take advantage of it.
So a timeout. As we'll take a look at this last basket here by Portnoy. I mean, no Sterling defender near him. So he's able to make this a 3-point game. As we'll take a look at our next TV game, it'll be this Monday, January 9th. Girls basketball will take on Audubon at 4 p.m. Coverage will be on Channel 19 as well as on YouTube.com/SterlingTV19.
You see Mr. Claiborne on hand. Clapping for cheerleaders out there doing their thing. You see a good crowd on here and here for a Saturday morning game. Sometimes we don't get as many people, but really both teams brought a lot of people out here. I think right now, you know, you talked about what Justin Barringer is telling his team. You know, with Long out of the game, it's just so much more important that if you're getting the ball, you're Sterling, you've got to see the whole floor, move the ball around through ball movement. Don't overhandle the ball, because we've seen Eastern with the trap really take advantage of that. And if you're in trouble, again, it's never more important to have a man come to the ball. You see somebody in trouble, go to the ball. Don't stand there flat-footed. And this is a great sign, seeing Long get back in this game. And that's going to be a big help for Sterling here. Only holding a tight 3-point lead against a very tough Eastern team.
Long pass there to McFadden. McFadden driving, no good. But it'll be a foul. So it'll be...
Eastern foul number 12, Michael Brennan, his second. Team 6.
It'll be McFadden from the line as we take a look there. Again, McFadden, a 63% free throw shooter entering this game.
James McFadden at the line for Sterling, shooting 2.
Yeah, Eastern, and I know Coach Kevin Crawford's really, it's got to be driving him crazy, but defensively away from the ball, Eastern just hasn't accounted for where people are, not keeping their head on a swivel. I think they're just getting caught looking at the ball, looking where the ball is, and losing track of where some of the strong players are, and you saw that with McFadden getting loose.
So here's Edwards. Eastern down by 4. Edwards drives, finds Portnoy. Portnoy driving. Back to Portnoy, shot good. And what a show Portnoy has put on here for the Eastern Vikings today. Here's Premier Long. Out to McFadden. And what a game this has become. Sterling down 9 at the half.
Just spreading the floor right now, forcing Eastern to come out at them. And again, this is what they did the other night. They did it so well. That's a tough Haddonfield team.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left.
So long shot there, no good.
Yeah, this game could come down to... You see Eastern right there coming. Could come down to free throws, or this shot's down low.
Edwards, step back, good. And this game is tied.
Boy, they've held Edwards in check much of the second half, but there's no bigger basket than that to tie things up.
So Long gets to Mundell, back to McFadden. 1:20 remaining in quarter number 4.
We've seen when the floors got open, that's when Eastern's lost track of players, and that's what Sterling's trying to do right now. Spread things out, force them out, just to kind of give them some space, and that's where Sterling's been able to get people free away from the ball.
And a 3, no good. Rebounded there by Schmidt. Schmidt loses it, and it goes into the arms.
Wow, what a defensive play by Travis Schmidt right there, going to the ball. And we're going to turn this around. Let's look at this right here. See the shot by Johnson. Rebound. Great job by Schmidt of just staying with it. Yeah, okay, the salt is off him. Good reset of that call. Eastern with the chance to go ahead here for the first time in a long time.
Less than 40 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. This game tied at 53. Here's Portnoy. That's Edwards down to 30 seconds. Sterling's defense has stepped up at many points. This is going to be another. This is going to be a time to step up.
Right now, Again, doing a good job with this man defense. It's really turned things around for them.
And it's going to be a foul on Julian Johnson with exactly seven seconds.
First, team 6. Timeout, Sterling.
It's a timeout for
Sterling.
Well, Eastern's got plenty of time right here to, you would think, either try to get the ball in the hands of Portnoy or Edwards, who have been the offensive leaders throughout this game.
We'll look at some of the cheerleaders here for the Knights during the middle of this timeout.
Great job by our cheerleaders as we look at Coach Kevin Crawford talking to his team. And you knew that even when you were ahead, I mean, Sterling had all the momentum. Eastern, such an explosive team, was able to had the ability to come back in the game as they have, and they tied it up for the first time, I believe, since maybe early in the second half, or early on in the second half.
Yeah, both teams at one point trailed by 9, and both have been able to come back to tie it up. Sterling obviously was down 32-23 entering the second half. And at one point it was Sterling with a 9-point lead over Eastern, but now we're tied at 53 with 7 seconds left.
Coach Barnes has got to be telling his team to keep track of Edwards and Portnoy. I like it when C.J. Mondell's on the ball with those long arms.
So Eastern will just take a timeout. Couldn't find any open man. And it was Sam Winsett himself who called the timeout for Eastern. Shows what a game this has become.
Ah, unreal. You know, you had the momentum swings, and the second quarter was about Eastern just pulling away. They had, I believe, the 9-point lead at halftime. And first quarter, I wasn't here, but from you guys said it was back and forth. Third quarter was all Sterling. And I think it started with what they were able to do on the defensive end, really translating to fast break points on the offensive end.
You can follow Sterling TV 19 on our Instagram. A lot of behind-the-scenes photos from here at Tech Crew, as long as many sporting events. Again, you can find that and many more when you follow Sterling TV 19 on our Instagram.
Great job by our Mr. K and our Tech Crew coming up with all the great shots. I'll tell you what, I think you guys need to have an Emmy for commercial acting on all the different commercials. And I think you and Mr. K are two of the top ones. I could see you guys getting one. Just with the facial expressions, the intensity.
Honestly,
this is Portnoy getting the ball.
Final shot for Eastern. That's way off the mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the fourth quarter. We're heading to overtime.
And look at that.
I think the key to that was Montez on the ball on the inbound. They forced him to go lateral back, and Eastern never recovered from there.
And just like that,
you see right here. They pulled him, I'm sorry, they pulled him off that. Okay. We were talking about your acting. I looked away.
Yeah, I was still focused on my acting. I wasn't even prepared to what I was about to see.
That's a different look there, and it gives you an extra man in coverage, basically. So, you know, first he went with Mondell on top of the man inbounding, and then pulled everybody off. Nice little adjustment there by Coach Barringer. And it led to Eastern really not getting much of a good shot off right there. Scrambled to get the three-pointer off, but it really got them out of sync.
So we are now going to overtime here at the Castle. First overtime game of the year for Sterling. They look to try and stay undefeated at home. Perfect 4-0, 7-1 overall this year.
And we talked about it before, that you really have to like the fact that when we go out of conference, we play some of these bigger schools. And what an experience it is for all these guys playing together. You know, Sterling lost a lot last year, have new people coming in. And you could see in the last 2 games, this team is really starting to gel. It's one thing gelling in a game where you're beating overmatched opponents, but it's another thing to playing very good opponents and really playing a lot of high-pressure situations and doing things that you need to do.
So here's Mundell with it. Sterling starts it off here in overtime. Game tied at 53. Bobs up to Mundell. Mundell working against 2 defenders. Finds Schmidt. Schmidt from 3 off the mark. Rebounded there by Portnoy. Portnoy gets it out to Edwards. Then out to Hugger.
Sterling sticking with that man defense.
And here's Edwards from 3, no good. Rebounded there by C.J. Mundell. Here's Mundell, finds McFadden. McFadden gets it to Johnson. Nice. Johnson puts it through.
I'll tell you what, McFadden is looking off defenders as well as I think I've seen anybody do in a long time, and really throwing Eastern out of whack, especially defensively away from the ball.
Here's Edwards with it. Edwards wins it for 3, no good. There's a rebound there by Zanetich, but a foul called at the end of the play.
Watch McFadden right here. You think he's looking out to the wing as a soft toss to Johnson right there open. And Johnson, as he's done all day, finishes.
Evan Zanetich at the line for Eastern.
So it's Evan Zanetich at the line. Vikings down by 2. Push. And the only shot is no good. Rebounded there by Schmidt. Gets it to Mundell. And that pass off the hands of Sterling, and it goes out of play. 2.5 minutes left to go here in this overtime. The Knights with a 2-point lead. Here's Premier Long. Finds Johnson. Johnson driving toward the basket. Finishes. What a job by Julian Johnson today.
What a job by Johnson, going baseline. We've seen him finish off passes. That one, he created his own offensive opportunity and is just really playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Here's Edwards with it. Less than 2 minutes left to go. Edwards driving toward the basket. Shot blocked by Mundell. And here's a 3. That shot blocked again. Here's Portnoy with it, working against 2 defenders. Finds Hugger. Then out there to wins it. His shot no good, but a
tough one here. Looked like that was all ball. Boy, that's a tough one to take. Let's see this.
Travis Schmidt. That's his 4th. TK.
Tough to tell.
So it'll be Sam wins it to shoot from the line. 4-point game, 1:37 left in overtime.
Sam Winston at the line for Eastern, shooting 2.
And first shot is good. Second shot here from Widget. No good, that's out. Johnson with the rebound, gets it out to Long, then that's out to McFadden. Back to Long. Long slips. And Coach Crawford looking for a foul.
Eastern ball.
It'll be Eastern ball.
They're going to come over and wipe down the floor there. Might be a slick spot, as you saw Long. That's unfortunate. Saw Long go down. Good thing, the main thing is that he's okay, but you hate to have to give up the ball, have an unforced turnover due to something like that. Good job by Mr. Clank coming over. Jack of all trades.
So here's Winsett. Floats it to Portnoy. Here's Zanetich. To Winsett. Out to Portnoy. Portnoy working against Johnson. Loses it for a moment. Regained there by Edwards. Portnoy, no good. And you see on the side, well, you might not see on the sideline. But Coach Behringer is fired up.
Portnoy was a little shocked he got that pass, but really got control of it and was able to have a nice spin move and get himself to the free throw line.
Max Portnoy to line for Eastern. Shooting 2.
Exactly 1 minute left to go. First shot by Portnoy off the mark.
Entering the game for Eastern, number 12, Michael Brennan.
Second shot here from Portnoy. Good. 2-point game at the Castle. Here's Johnson to inbound. Gets it to Mundell.
Good job by C.J. Mundell and Long coming to the ball, helping out Johnson, and pitch is a little high, but boy, did Travis Schmidt go up and get it, and again, finish down low.
Schmidt fired up at the end. Edwards loses it, finds McFadden. McFadden drives, no good, but a foul.
There's the pass. There's two guys who are really getting used to playing with each other. And Long with the nice pass. Schmidt looked like it was going to be high, but he got up there, got it.
Almost every pass that goes Schmidt's way, Schmidt finds a way to come down with it, and he is always the man to answer. First shot good there by McFadden.
You see him go up here. Probably Coach Behringer would rather have him just lay that one up, especially at this point. It's a tight game, still 37 seconds left. But
trying to pull a little C.J. Mundell action.
He
right
was.
There. Second shot by McFadden, good. What a day that McFadden has had for the Knights. It's a 6-point game. Portnoy driving, finds Winsett. That shot, good.
Well, we still have a game here.
Anything can happen. 4-point game for the Knights. 26.4 seconds left.
So anything can happen. I mean, it's still a 2-possession game, but I've seen, like you said, Brian, 29 seconds is still plenty of time for things to happen. And obviously Sterling right now, they have to do what they did the other night. Get the ball. If you get the ball, save your dribble. Don't go immediately go right to the floor and possibly have Eastern force you to cough things up. You're going to have to force them to foul you and finish out this game from the free throw line. This is where you feel confident with having guys like Long, McFadden, and Mundell out on the perimeter, especially with what they were able to do the other night against a very tough Haddonfield team.
So it'll be McFadden to inbound it for the Knights. They lead it by 4. Gets it to Mundell.
If you're Eastern, you can let maybe 6 seconds go, but you've got to foul, yeah. That's a situation where you didn't need to foul right away initially, but once you get 5 seconds off the clock, you've got to foul, get Sterling to the free throw line.
Should be a McFadden again from the line. McFadden's first shot. Good. Too easy there for Jadis McFadden.
Yeah, this has just been an outstanding game for him. Seeing the floor, know when to speed things up, know when to slow things down, and that's, you know, that in essence, that's what you need to do as a point guard.
And another one there for McFadden. 6-point game.
Now Sterling's just got to let them do what they need to do. Don't foul.
Portnoy driving. That shot no good. Rebounded by Portnoy. Able to put that one through. Clock stopping with 8.5 seconds left.
Timeout, Eastern.
Take a look at the last basket here by Portnoy.
See, just let him go. Good job defending by Johnson, but not over defending, not getting the foul.
On the left here, mom of Travis Schmidt.
Boy, we said it before, what a game.
Yeah, this is a big game for both teams. And what a game it's been. Both teams coming back from being down by 9 to having a tie game going into overtime, and now Sterling with a 4-point lead.
And just the confidence you get from going outside your conference, going against a bigger school, and you look at McFadden, what a job, what a game he's had, in addition to the younger guy.
Yeah, a lot of guys stepping up today for the night. Jadis McFadden being one of them, as well as, you know, Johnson stepping up, Schmidt stepping up when he has to.
And Premier Long's been great all year.
Yeah, he's been terrific as well. It's been a team effort all season here for the Knights.
And the thing, when I look at Travis Schmidt and Johnson especially, they're getting some baskets where they're positioning themselves down low, they're coming off bounce passes from Long and McFadden, but they're also creating their own offensive opportunities, and that's when you're taking that next step.
8.5.
Just have to inbound, don't have to dribble.
Go to OT. And that pass.
That's what you can't have happened.
Yeah, that was just...
Yeah, you needed to get it inbound, and you don't even need to put the ball on the floor, force them to foul you. And
that was...
Let's see. We're going to... Oh, yeah. He did touch it. So that should be out of bounds under the other basket. Okay, you see him. He touches it now, so this should be inbounded underneath the basket right there. But they're able to inbound it under the Eastern basket. Yeah, that's a tough one for Sterling. Makes a big difference with only 8.5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and Coach Berenger was very fired up about it. There's a foul, clock stopping.
See right here, you're going to see C.J. Mondell touch this ball. So this ball should be inbounded down this side, not the other side. And Eastern's getting a break. They're able to inbound it under their own basket.
So there's 6.7 seconds left on this clock. A lot of, they're going to make it 7.3. As I think that's what the coaching staff at Eastern, the players are discussing with the refs. So now 7.3 seconds left. It'll be Portnoy to shoot from the line in a 4-point game. No pressure. No good. And Portnoy upset. This free throw very big.
This is where you're still, you get the rebound, you don't need to do anything. Force them to foul you.
Puts it through. It's a 3-point game with 7.3 to go. Finds Mundell. Mundell driving. He is fouled. And Mundell took a hard fall at the end. We'll take a look at it.
Intentional foul, says the Eastern number 13.
Mundell's able
second.
to hit a free throw here. It all but ices it with the 4-point lead with 6 seconds remaining.
Take a look at the last play here. You see Mundell with a hard fall at the end. So it'll be Mundell from the line.
CJ Mundell with the line.
6 seconds left, 3-point game. Mundell needs this here and no good. Still got another shot. Second shot here from Mundell. Good. That was a big free throw there by CJ Mundell to make it a 4-point game. I was not expecting this game to be as intense as it is now, Schultz.
Take it out.
Gets that one to McFadden. McFadden just kind of running around. He'll get fouled with 1.9 seconds to go.
Eastern foul to 3, Sam Winston. Second.
Boy, what a win for Sterling. This game has just had so many different swings to it. Like I said, it was even up in that first quarter. Eastern really took control in the second quarter, and third quarter was all Sterling. Then Eastern inched their way back into it to get the game to overtime, and just a thrilling finish. And what a job by Sterling to beat a team of the caliber of Eastern. And it's just great to see this team come together with 3 new starters this year.
Yeah, they looked tremendous. Final shot, no good by Edwards.
That's the end of the second point game. Your final score, Eastern 60,
They
Sterling
take down
65.
the heavyweighted Eastern 65 to 60. What a game here at the Castle.
Thank you for attending this afternoon's
As the
game.
Knights now move to 8-1 on the year, they stay undefeated at home. And a post-game show to follow. The Knights win it 65 to 60. We'll be back after this.
I can't believe my computer's dead.
Yo, does anyone have the charger?
No! No!
Adam, you okay? do know there's like 52 billion pieces of trash on the earth right now. That's nearly 7,000 per mile. And 42% of that is burned up in the air, causing pollution. Imagine if Earth was a person right now. Dude, you have Google and Planet in your brain? How do you know that? Don't worry about me. Worry about Earth. Oh, dude. Dude, I can't believe it happened. Hey! Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Second quarter was all them. Third quarter was us, and then.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sterling Channel 19. Sterling able to pull out a victory here at the Castle against the Eastern Vikings, 65-60. And I'll hand it over to Schultz for the postgame show.
Schultz, that's our stars of the game. We're first going to talk to Travis Schmidt. Wow, that game took a lot of different turns. We'll get to what you and Julian Johnson did with your scoring, but talk about what you guys were able to do defensively, especially coming out in that third quarter.
Yeah, we had a rough first half, kind of staying in front of them, being able to match up. They have two really good scorers, so at halftime we really just discussed how we got to lock in, be able to stay in front of them, and just besides them, the two kids, they can score, but they can play make too. So if you weren't guarding them, you had to be in help, you had to be on alert on where everyone else was. Yeah, it was just, he kind of just told us to lock in and, I don't know, stay more in front. That's what we did. We executed it.
Yeah, and you turned them into offensive opportunities, and you had a big part of that. It seems like you found your way, you found openings, free room under the basket, and Long and McFadden were able to get you the ball. Are you getting used to being on the court with those guys and working with those guys?
I am, yeah. It's always nice playing with two great playmakers like Jadis and Premier. I mean, they have vision everywhere on the court. No matter who, if you got someone on you, they'll find a way to fit it in. And with that press, I mean, they were throwing some pretty deep passes down the court to me. I just knew like the back of the press was kind of asleep, and there were some gaps. So I kind of just knew if I could get there, they were going to find me. Like right there, Jadis turn, spin, just threw a little pass. Yeah, and then Premier being able to throw that's a tight pass to throw. Yeah, they just have great vision. It's always nice having two great playmakers like that. They make the game easier for everyone else.
And you see right here, the other thing we liked that you did right there, you got the ball, but it was away from the basket, and a quick spin move to basket. You're getting used to creating your own offensive opportunity.
Yeah, I kind of realized more that the more I attack, the more I'm going to find space. And today I was able to attack the outside shoulders and being able to attack baseline. They weren't staying in front, and I was able to get to my spots, jump stops. The spin move, I could tell he was playing me really tight, and we were like shoulder to shoulder, so I knew I could brush right off of him and get right to the middle, because the other guy was more so to the block. So I kind of thought use some of the knowledge I have there to get to that move.
Is it really a case of developing confidence of playing at the varsity level?
I think at the beginning when I had first started playing more, it was like there's some seniors, there's upperclassmen. I didn't want to try to do too much, mistakes, kind of just overthought a lot. But now it's getting way more confident. They're finding me more. I'm getting more to my stuff, which I always knew I could get to my stuff. But towards the beginning, yeah, the more experience, the better I think I'm going to play.
It's a great job today. Congrats.
Thank you.
Travis.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. And we have Julian Johnson. I believe we're going to get Jadis McFadden. Either Jadis or Julian, whoever's first. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Julian Johnson, the other young guy here, and I know I talked to you yesterday and was saying how you seem to be getting more and more confident, even with the game the other night, and it really showed in what you were able to do tonight. What was the key today?
Definitely. It's a learning experience. I'm a young team. You just gotta. You see me making a lot of big mistakes, and I gotta shake back from all those. With Coach Behringer and these leaders I got, Jadis McFadden, C.D. Wendell, you know.
And I don't know if we're going to get this on. You had a lot of times you got bounce passes and you finished, but a couple drives to the basket where one time you had a baseline drive. We're going to see it right here. Or that's a jump shot.
Yeah.
But talk about how you're feeling more comfortable knowing when to either pull up and take the J or when to drive to the basket.
I mean, Coach Behringer in practice talk a lot about you just got to let the game come to you. You got to feel it. You got to you can't shoot it if you're not comfortable. You know what I mean?
And I guess with guys like Long and McFadden, you've got to be ready to get the ball at any time.
Yeah, those guys, they move the ball fast and they can find you real quick. So you got to be on your toes at all times because the ball can get to you like that.
It's impressive, not only that you're hitting the baskets now, but you're hitting contested baskets down low. You have guys' bodies going against you. Talk about how you've developed in that way.
It's practice. We work hard in practice. We get physical, and it all transfers to the game. So when I'm in practice, banging around with CJ, I'm coming out with these guys, and it's like nothing.
Talk about also, I know we mentioned to Travis about how well you guys did defensively. Are you getting used to the communication of where to be defensively?
Definitely. We preach defense all year long, and we got to communicate all that.
It's definitely paying off. Julian, great job. Thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck the rest of the way, pal. Okay. And we have Jadis McFadden, no stranger to Channel 19 interviews. You're really getting used to, I think, knowing where these young guys are in particular. Talk about how that's developing.
Well, as a senior, I have to be a leader on the court, so I'm trying to help out the younger kids like Ramir, Julian, Travis. So just helping them out, and like that's really it. Yeah, just helping them out.
And obviously now, with Jimmy Zingaro gone, the primary job of being out front point guard, it's between you and Ramir. Are you getting more used to being on the ball and seeing where everybody is on the floor?
Yeah, being on the ball and off the ball, because I trust Ramir to be the point guard. He can facilitate too, just as well as me.
Talk about what you guys were able to do as you see yourself finish right there at the beginning of that third quarter, the defensive effort from your team.
Yeah, Behringer said we got to come out with energy, so we came out with energy, played defense, and we got the job done. We got a lot of turnovers, steals. It was good.
And the other thing, you led the way on, it was a defense leading the offense, and you have to like the way the young guys are finishing on some of your passes, especially in that fast break.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I always see Travis, Julian down the block. Once they get there, I find them every single time.
As you've played with them, are you getting used to knowing where they are on the floor, especially in those plays?
Oh yeah, practice helps that. So we'll work on plays and running down fast break and stuff like that. So I'll find them and then they'll just be wide open.
And you did the job today. Jadis, congratulations on a big win and the great contribution that you had to it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Okay. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thanks. Okay. And we have Coach Behringer here. Congrats on a great win.
Thank you.
There was a lot of things that went on in this game, and one thing that I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that I would guess that you had to love was the defensive effort to start out that second half. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, we said that we can't just get up for, Big Ace, because Haddonfield, that's the type of defense we know we can play, right? And 11 o'clock is always very difficult to play, you know what I mean? Kudos to Kev. He got those guys up, ready to go. They played hard. And, even in the Olympic Conference, there are no days off, so that's something we are going to feel. But, that's the effort that they know they can do. And I think sometimes, as the game went on with some of the fouls, it's very difficult to, be as aggressive, But they backed off in the second half, and it was more to our benefit. It was good.
And you have to also what you guys were able to do in 2 consecutive games. Obviously, Eastern came back to tie at the end, went in overtime, but how you guys finished things off at Haddonfield, and then now in this overtime, finishing off and getting the win.
It's only great for our guys, right? Like we said after the Timber Creek game, there's only positives to take from everything to make us better. Everybody, you can't expect to win every single game, right? And you have to learn from your losses, and that's what these young guys are learning. They're learning that's not the end. The game doesn't end in the first quarter or the second quarter. So them having some resilience is speaking to how these young guys are coming alive. Travis came alive. You see at times, Bramir as just our point guard comes in and really knows, be on the same page. Jadis wants the ball in the end. CJ did a great job of playing defense. I don't know if you saw or not, but Jadis, him setting that screen for Jadis and getting open for a shot, he's starting to do those little things. And then, Julian hit some tough buckets too, when CJ was gone and, he had his growing pains, but we're all putting it together and it's working well.
I can see just by how you're talking that you like having a team where there's just equal contributions from everyone, like you saw tonight.
It has to be, and then it just makes you that more balanced. So it makes you that more difficult to scout, because then you can't leave Travis open, you can't leave Julian open, at times, we can get to the basket. You got to have somebody for, Bramir. It makes it so that CJ, you're not throwing all your attention at CJ, and when you do, CJ is a great passer. So he can get guys open. You saw he took a back seat. That's big for CJ. CJ's averaging 17 points a game, and for him to take a back seat to say, hey, listen, y'all got to help us out, that's really big. That's leadership right there.
Well, it would look great, and you guys have had 2 tremendous games. You got to feel great about it.
We do.
Fun to watch, and congratulations, Coach.
Fun to watch.
And
I'm over the sideline scratching my head, and you guys having fun.
Yeah, it's all good.
And I know there's a lot of people watching Channel 19, so big shout out to all the people. I find time and time again people watch Channel 19. Big shout out to everybody who watches these games, man.
Yeah,
it's a
we
beautiful
appreciate
thing. You guys do a fantastic job.
One last thing. I think last game we got you airborne. I don't know if it was a good thing you were jumping up in the air or a bad thing, but if you had a ball in your hand and a basket, you could have slammed.
Listen, I had one dunk in high school. They don't believe me, but
Okay.
if I did it now, I'd be hurt.
We got to see the highlight. You got to show us the highlight.
I can't. I lost the tape.
Oh, okay.
I lost it a Saturday morning against Gateway.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's out there.
So they put one of Marley's game-winning goals on there.
Yeah, you got my dunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
in front of me?
Yeah, in front of you. Story of your life, right? Yeah.
So,
all right, Coach. Thanks. Okay, and we'll take it back to Brian.
All right, so our next TV game will be Monday, January 9th. Girls basketball will take on Audubon at 4 p.m. That coverage will be on Channel 19 as well as on youtube.com/SterlingTV19. I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Kevin Schulz and Sean Clank. Thank you so much for joining us here on Channel 19. Thank you to all the tech crew for helping us out today, Mr. K, and everybody else.